Okay, this video today is going to be about a single stage press. I had a guy ask me, he said he's wanting to get into reloading. And asked me, he basically said that he was going to go buy a Dillon just as soon as he got the money to buy a Dillon. He was saving up for it. It's what he really wanted to get started with. And I said, okay, why the Dillon? Why do you want the Dillon press? And he can't really give me a good reason except for, everybody else has got one. And that's that's a good reason. I mean, they work. Okay, I recommended that he get the rock chucker, what do they call it? The RCBS rock chucker. I think it's called the Extreme model now. I don't have one of those. I have a little Lee. And this little Lee has served me well for many years. The one thing that you're always going to have in your reloading room or on your reloading desk or on your bench, you're always going to have a single stage press. The single stage press, in my opinion, in today's world gets overlooked. It's considered archaic. It's considered slow. It's considered unusable. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. There's always uses on the reloading bench for a single stage press. So even if you have a Dillon or you have a turret press or whatever system that you have, a single stage press always comes in handy. Like for instance, today I'm depriming all this brass that I picked up from the range or purchased from my local range. I like to deprime my brass first, and then that way I can wet tumble. I like the single stage press because, all the dirt and grime that's all over these cases when they're picked up, I don't want them going into my progressive press. I don't really want them going into my, if I were dry tumbling, I don't want all that going into my dry tumble. It just makes it where it's dirtier. But anyway, I don't do that anymore. I wet tumble. And I'm not going to put these dirty cases into some water and just have that slosh around in the mud. Also, when you wet tumble, you want to deprime the cases. That way you can get good, clean primer pockets. Okay, so this single stage here, I'm using it mainly to just deprime brass. And I go through a lot of brass, so, it gets used quite a bit. There's always a place for the single stage press. Don't overlook them. Don't think they're archaic. Don't think that they're not going to have a place on your bench, because you can never go wrong with a good single stage press. They're just an awesome piece of equipment to have in your reloading room. You'll always need one for different aspects of reloading, whether it's depriming or you can prime with it. You can do everything with it. Is it slow? Yes, it's slow. But it will always have a place on your reloading bench. And never, never, never think that you're going to have a bad purchase by buying a single stage press, because you're not. You're always going to need one. Well, there's the video today. Appreciate everybody watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. But for the new guys getting into reloading, start out with a single stage press. It's just gonna do you right. It's just gonna do what you need it to do. It's gonna help you learn. It's gonna do everything that you need to do. Is it gonna do it at a speed that's gonna be great? No, it's gonna be horrible. You're gonna think, man, this is slow. This is just bad. And it is. But that's some of the fun in reloading. Like I said, some of reloading isn't about the destination. It's about the journey. And when you're using a single stage press and you're taking your time and you're using each case individually and you're going through a bunch of route of 50 or a lot of 50, and you're just making them, and it's enjoyable. And that's the whole part about reloading. A lot of people, they get into reloading and they see everybody else and they just want to have that Dillon and kick out ammo just as fast as they can kick it out. Sometimes I just enjoy sitting here looking out my big window here, and I've got one heck of a view. Just sitting here looking at the view and enjoying the day. All right, guys, appreciate you watching. Thank you.